Guys, welcome on my channel, welcome on my page. I'm Aaron Glenn, team member at Team Angie, CEO and creator. Also, advocate for mental health awareness as well. Private, personal, because this is 90% mindset. Mindset that it takes to endure the failures along the journey, the mindset to be coachable, to learn new things, open it to new points of views of life, to see things from a different perspective, to grow from someone else's point of view, seeing things differently, being able to grow, evolve. And also, the other 10% of success to me is about skills. Apply to yourself. Digital marketing was a skill that I didn't have, but now, since 2024, the end of 24, I've been, and it's basically that's all that it takes. Practicing, not all my videos are good, not all my videos are bad, but nevertheless, I'm learning from the process. From practicing each day, putting a video out. My goal for 25 and 26 is to be monetized on YouTube when I'm working that goal. So if you want YouTube channel, Team Angie LLC, where I put out positive motivational videos, inspirational words for each day of the year, each month of the year, each month of the year, each day of the month, each month of the year. Today is January the 27th. And this is a positive word for today. Trust is a golden pathway to heaven. When you walk on this path, you live above your circumstances. My glorious light show this path of life. Dare to walk on the high road with me, for it is the most direct route to heaven. The low road is cretaceous, twisting and turning in agonizing knots. The air there hangs heavy and dark. Ominous clouds predominate. Relying on your own understanding will weigh you down. Trust in me, absolutely. And I will make your path straight. This was inspired by the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. And also the book of John, chapter 4. This is the word for today of 2027, January the 20, 2026, January the 27th. God calls us to trust in Him, a golden pathway to heaven, trusting in our Creator. It sounds easy, it's way easier said than done, especially for those of you who like to snack on sin, you know, and wonder why we can't serve two masters. We all know that, we all hear that, but what does that really mean? It means really trusting in God, spending time with God, having a relationship with God by doing so, by reading His Word, getting to know who He is, spending time in solitude, spending time with yourself, getting to know yourself and who you are in Christ. Everybody was made equally as far as we all breathe the same, we all have two eyes, ears, two ears to hear more than when we speak, one mouth to speak. We all have hands, fingers to move, to body to live the life that we live. Some of us go through life without access to all of these parts, but nevertheless, we find a way. And we find that way by having faith in God, knowing that He will provide for us, for He created us. And what more of a creator to not provide for His creation? Same way as you would do with a pet. You go and pick up a pet from the store or off the streets. You start preparing for this pet by making sure that it has a way to maintain and survive. You prepare a way for it to be one of those type of caregivers. No different than when having a child if you're that type of caregiver. You will make a way for this child, help this child, nourish them mentally, emotionally, physically. Be there for their first heartbreak. Be there for their first love. You'll be there for when their injuries occur. You'll be there for when they're drowning in the sea of uncertainty, uncertain of who they are and as an individual, uncertain of who they are and their community. The young ones are having an identity crisis. Not sure if they are a boy or a girl. Not sure if they are loved or hated. Not sure if they are able to be themselves in a world where speaking truth is frowned upon and or hidden totally. We see throughout history how so many people be rewarded for lying and how being deceitful to a little bit further in life as far as what it seems to be like, right? But at the end, that's why we should never compare or compete with each other because when we do so, we take ourselves from a mindset of gratitude and being grateful. Being grateful is the first step to manifesting the things that you want in life. Where the mind goes, attention goes, and the energy goes as well. When you spend time thinking about things that you have and being grateful for the things that you have, the attention goes on other things that's coming your way so that you can have a mindset to see things that are coming towards you. And the energy goes to creating more energy, meaning like things attract like things. So when you spend time being grateful, number one, you will spend attention to things that are happening for you. You will look at life differently. You will have a different point of view, a perspective of things. You won't consider yourself as a victim because you try and going through trying times in life, right? Trying times could be anything from addictions to pornography or drug abuse or your temper. Emotional stability is very important, something that should be taught in schools. The adults struggle with from time to time from not taking the time to get to know themselves and the things that bring them down as a person, as a human being. We all have triggers. That's why I advocate for mental health awareness because I'm letting you hear. I'm here to let you know that it's all right to not be all right. Sometimes we need to figure out what things in life that makes us feel sad, that makes us feel inadequate and able to complete our goals and set failures because we failed at attempt to do something. We are like childlike. We should never leave that childlike sense when it comes to learning and trying new things. Meaning this, we learn from experiences. We learn from mistakes. When we have a mistake, we need to look at that mistake. We need to reflect on that and just see how that we can do it take two, meaning we'll go at it a different way. Just like in the movie scene, when they take one, take two, what this means is you're going to just try this scene one more time. Something about the energy that was put into it that could be adjusted, right? Once you take another take at life, another take, another try, you're just giving yourself room to grow, room to learn, room to learn. You're giving yourself grace to learn from your mistakes so that you can be better at whatever it is that you desire to do. So don't beat yourself up for making mistakes. You learn from them, you reflect from them, and you see how that you can provide a better time and attention to whatever it is that you put effort in good to. What new Uzi song you talking about? I be fucking with new Uzi too. I like a lot of his songs. I listen to a lot of different type of music because I don't like to feed my spirit a lot of garbage, right? I don't listen to a whole bunch of rap, shoot 'em up, bang bang, and all that type of stuff because I like to protect my energy. By doing so, I protect my vibes. And by doing so, I make sure I put in the best type of energy that's about loving, that's compassionate, that's patient, find in the Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. But anyway, I like to just focus on things like that. I like to get hype and motivated, turned up sometimes with rap and action movies from time to time, but not too much. You got to guard your spirit and make sure that you don't intake too much of that nonsense stuff, right? But anyway, this video is mainly about how to beat the shutdown for when the shutdown happened. Let me pull up this latest. I'm all into finances. So if you're looking to make money online, passive income online, do live mentorship, get your free blueprint copy down below. Join my email list. I just send out the newsletter on Sunday and I send them out every week. Also, I write blogs. For those of you looking to manage stress and anxiety with 7 days, actionable steps and tips and tools to use, blog is in post and is included in that newsletter. And in that newsletter, you get that for free. Also with a blueprint on my products and services that I have. And then This article really quick, and we finna get into all of this in just a bit. How you could be in position to stay afloat when the government's unsure what it's going to do, right? So they just dropped this article a few hours ago, and I'm going to read it. The chances of a partial shutdown. This was just written 12 hours ago by Catherine M. Palmer, U.S. Today. This is on MSN. Will the government shut down again or January 30th deadline? The chances of a partial government shutdown has accelerated recent days as Senate and Democrats rally around effort to reject the bill to fund the Department of Homeland Security in response to the second fatal shooting of a U.S. citizen by federal agents. Hours after a U.S. border shot and killed a 37-year-old man, Alex Patriti, during a protest in Minneapolis on January 24th, 3 days ago. Democrat New York said Democrats won't support keeping the government fully open while also funding Department of Homeland Security, meaning they don't want to fund these murderers who've been shooting people down in the streets. They no longer want to fund ICE and the people that back them. Democrats have called on Republican senators to work with them to advance the other five funding bills, so the total of six bill packages, while they work to rewrite the Department of Homeland Security bill. Alex Bertiti on the streets of Minneapolis must lead Republicans to join Democrats in overhauling ICE and CBP to protect the public. Democrat Shamar said in a January 25th statement, people should be safe from abuse by their own government. So they're talking about shutting the government down possibly the 27th, on the 30th, which is, I want to say, Friday. If is, yeah, Friday. So they're trying to shut the government down this weekend, possibly, if they can't come up agreement on if they should continuously fund DHS. And but also DHS means the IRS and a few other government agencies as well. So what that also means is people won't be getting their um, refund check, their income tax, right? Let me finish the rest of this really quick. Fatal shooting this month. The third shooting by a federal agent in the Twin Cities on January 7th. An immigration and customs enforcement agent killed 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good at a protest. Here's what we know about the Loon Round. Democrats rejected the funding bill providing provisions. Congress has been staring down a January 30th deadline for weeks to pass a collection of appropriation bills that would keep the government running. A surprise shutdown ended in November after a record-breaking 43 days. The U.S. House of Representatives voted January 22nd to send the 1.2 trillion spending package to the Senate. That's a lot of money. $1.2 trillion. $1.2 trillion. And we sitting here was worried about food stamps, uh, housing, people that was needing help with their rent or whatever, right? Lows, people working without being paid while they don't know how to spend $1.2 trillion. And a lot of that money is going to the agents that's hurting the public. The Democrat disconnect around the DHS funding provision has been simmering for weeks in response to Good's death by the DH funding bill aided by 7 Democrats. And this is what they're saying now. Um, Let me show y'all how we could beat this. In just quick.
Senate Democrats have right now top the chaos police and make sure this never happens again. And so I think they should be asking for at least 5 non-negotiable. One, have ICE and CBP leave Minneapolis and do this to any other Two, a thorough and independent investigation into Good and Mr. Preddy. Three, the masks. ICE should not be allowed to arrest and deport U.S. citizens anymore. And five, we need to stop these indiscriminate mass arrest quotas and warrantless arrests. These aren't all the changes we need, but things like getting a warrant and taking the masks off are the kinds of common sense reforms that an everyday American could say, look, who could disagree with that? That's what the Senate Democrats should be fighting for.
If there is no agreement, however, we could see a partial government line for us. We already saw the longest government shutdown in our country's history last year when the party took a stand on extending Obamacare subsidies. Here we are months later, though, and those subsidies still haven't extended. Why should people expect different results out of another shutdown?
Well, in this case,
He finna get the line. I hate to cut him off really quick, but the thing is, like, right? We all know how they play games, and if we don't know, then it's to start paying attention and start really doing some meditation, see the things that are really going on behind the veil. They just put out a news article about from Friday to now about the winter storm, right? So many people went mass hysteria shopping and they didn't even really need to. But yet and still, this is how they get products off the shelf. They need you guys in fear. They need you to vibrate on the low vibration and keep you in control like that. Whenever you're scared and panicking, you don't think right. You don't have time to think. You don't see right, and you fall in. They're business owners. As a myself, I'm always thinking of strategic ways to move forward, to innovate, and that's just what it is as a creator. That's just basically what I am as a business owner, a creator. We create streams of income, we create opportunities, we create products and services, we create lifestyles for people, right? And so many other things, we create the vibes. But the thing about it all is this: sometimes our ideas don't have that time to be test theory, right? So we have to go to somebody who can make something move a little quicker. And by that, what I mean is this: if you got people afraid of this, okay, this is what it is. And I hate to say this, but they give you the problem because they got the solution. And this is how they come up on top. They create the problem because they have the solution. And this is how they come up on top. It's already cold. It's winter time. It is what it is, right? If you don't now, every 3 months, December to February is going to be cold. This is the winter solstice. These are the months where it's temperature dropping the most, right? It takes a little longer for the sun to come back around or whatever. I'm not that scientific as a person. I don't really know to be sitting here to tell you that much, to be honest. But what I do know is, like clockwork, it's inevitable. It hasn't failed yet. Every 3 months, the seasons change. Every 90 days, there's a different uh, uh, a rising coming, right? Sometimes 3 months. And the thing about it is, just like the summertime, you know it's going to be hot within the next 100 and what 60 days or so. Winter will be here like yeah, about another 160 to 80 days, right? Well, that be the end of the summer, but somewhere around it, we got about 100 some days anyway, right? So we know it's going to be warm, it's going to be hot, and it's going to be who knows how hot, but it's going to be hot. And they can play off the fear people don't want to burn to death in the summertime, just like they want to freeze to death in the wintertime. If you're not already in tune with yourself, learning how to take care of yourself, put yourself in position, you're going to be a drifter. You're going to be able to be drifting just like the people of the world with the mindset of the world, thinking about these worldly things, these worldly problems that affect people and have people moving in numbers. Just like they had people that didn't even have to. It's cold, it's going to be cold. It's just what it is, right? You should know to bundle up and make sure you don't be out on the roads if unnecessary because it is dangerous. It's a time to be vigilant, to be aware, not to be out here off your guards and off your P's and Q's because You may be a victim of an accident or you might cause an accident. But either way it go, when you're on the road, make sure you put your phones down, you buckle up, you're looking around, you're aware of what's going on and you're operating the vehicle in the safest way possible. And especially on the roads in the winter time, you want to leave a little. But it's common sense. Common sense ain't common nowadays, so it is what it is, right? But I'm just saying, like, don't be a fool, right? And then other than that, it's like, don't allow the news media to scare you into making moves unwise, like spending extra money or traveling unnecessarily. Um, Even with this going on right now, it's a lot of money to look at the mass plate. What I really wanted to show y'all why I was bringing this up is because when certain things do happen. And I mean this. Now that this type of stuff happening with the oil or whatever, as far as this, now what else is happening on the money side? The markets are growing with metals and stuff like that. Let me just show y'all. Because I could tell you all day, but when you see it yourself, you actually see it for yourself. You actually know this Robinhood. And if you want, you can use the link in my bio on YouTube. $5 free stock. But this is just one company that's just been rocking today. Let me check it out. This not one company. This is my profile. Hyperlink. What they kept telling me, right? I'm getting notifications on my phone, and I be looking at certain investments I want to invest in. So they're $11 today, this morning. You would have made like $8 today. Let's go back a week ago because yesterday is what I really want to show. They've been showing the 23rd, 26th. It went up $10 today. Yesterday night, like 4 a.m. Were really like when the market closed, it was still like $22 from the 2 days ago. They've been showing me this, been notifying phone for like the past 2 days. This morning, especially today, it was like hyperlink 22 bucks. Then it went up to 24. So I was like, whoa, hold on, because ain't nothing really moving like that. Like you went up $2. Usually they don't move like that, but okay, whatever. Then another time I checked my phone, it was like $30. So I'm like, wait, 30. This was like $24. This notification is about this. Like you can see all week, right? It ain't been moving much from January 20 to now, which is 6 days later. Like I'm getting notifications, just moving, it's moving. That's why I was like, it ain't moved that much. But then I see another one at like $30. I'm like, hold on, what? Go to 30 in one day. Now it's at like 32, 33. It's like $12 one day. And little do I know, they talking about shutting the government down. So it's like this a cryptocurrency too. I didn't even know that at first. Hype is the native token of the Hyperliquid blockchain, a layer one network designed for high-speed, decentralized trading. It powers governance, staking, and gas fees with the Hyper EVM ecosystem. Now, staking is what really just caught my attention. Staking powers governance with staking and gas. And I'm gonna tell you about that and what I do know about staking and gas fees. About it is this. Um, I'm about to show you that too in a minute. All right. Well, I'll just show you that in a bit. But this is what I mean by staking with cryptos and why cryptos is going up and why what's going on with the government, what's happening right there is making something happen right here. Now, as you just seen and read and heard about the government shutdown, possibly this people gonna be like, What about my money? What about the funding? What about the income tax checks? Because that's going to affect the IRS as well. So now they're like, well, if it do affect them, and if they do shut down, they got no money. The blockchain is always moving. Blockchain is not attached to any banks, any government system, any financial thing. It's a PO P P2P. Is a peer-to-peer network, meaning, and if you want to, you can become a node, meaning you're someone who clocks transactions, which you'll clock a chain, right? Each block is connected to the chain, which is chain links. The blockchain. Every transaction you make is a block. You make another transaction, it's another block, and they'll link those two together. You have your blockchain, a chain of blocks that's to your number, your identification. Whenever you're making cryptocurrency transactions, gas link, gas fee, transaction fee. Ethereum, you buy Ethereum and Solana, not Bitcoin. You can use Ethereum to create a Bitcoin or such a type of cryptocurrency. Like I created TMNT exclusive tokens, which is take tokens that'll be coming out in the near future. And you use Ethereum cryptocurrency to create smart contracts. That's how you're able to create crypto with crypto. Each crypto has its own set of rules, right? All that it is the rule for $1 bill adds up to 100 pennies, and you could buy whatever costs up to 100 pennies. And the rule changes to $100 bill. It has different denominations inside of that, meaning those are the rules to that $100 bill, and etc. Right now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, each crypto has different rules. Some cryptos are game tokens, meaning if you play any video games and you buy V-Bucks and stuff like that, those tokens is what can be games, features or whatnot, right? So that's what that means. And certain tokens, just like the Ethereum token, you can use it to create smart contracts. Meaning, a smart contract is what you will put on the blockchain saying this is a token, these are the rules, this is how many I'm going to make, this is how many will burn, this is the hash, et cetera, right? And I could teach you about all of that. It's kind of tricky and long, but I learned how to do this stuff last year. Spend my time on this type of stuff, and so I know this stuff. I educate myself on it or whatnot. But anyway, so when your ETFs are exchange tra- um, exchange traded funds, NFTs are a smart contract token, meaning you can make digital art. You could take a painting. I like to paint, right? And I turn my paintings into non fungible tokens, meaning you can buy them online and they're a token online. They're a digital asset now. And I use gas fees to do that, meaning the transactions I pay to make these happen Ethereum to make this transaction happen, this situation. But anyway, right? Since all this stuff is going on, the government shut down, people gonna be like, well, whatever money I do have, I could put it in crypto. And crypto moves 24 hours a day, like stock market that moves Monday through Friday from from 9 a.m., 9:30 Eastern to 4 p.m. And the different time zone markets do it different times. Like you have the New York session with us, and then you have the London, the Asian, and the Tokyo sessions, which trade at different times throughout. Basically, from 4 o'clock, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time is the same time in the different situations, right? Like it, whenever it's from 9 to 4 their time, that's when they'll be trading, which would be like 2, 3, and 5 in the morning. But anyway, if this does happen, which I believe it may happen, and let me show you back what I was talking about, because people are going to be needing these smaller. This is what people do. They got money, right? They wire money, they borrow out money, they spend money all the time. So they know which avenues where they're spending money is going to cost the most fees. So they try to avoid those, or they try to innovate this situation to where it's less costly, more better for them, better for people who move in a lot of money. And it just makes sense, right? Like if you're trying to move $1 billion, you need to pay somebody to load the train up, or load the plane up, or load the boat up, because if you think about it, that actual cash got to be moved. You need to put it on pallets. You could put two pallets together, this high, this wide, and only fit $1 million on there, a few million on there, 1 to 2 million bucks. So if you're moving billions of dollars, you need a few to sit up pretty high. So you're gonna have to pay some services to do this stuff. Like you moving 1 billion, okay, I got 12 people and they need 100,000 a piece to load this up, and you know what I'm saying, whatever they fees is. So out of your 1 billion, you might only be getting 899 million. You don't even have a billion no more. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they do. So this is why they use these situations to move more money more quicker, and advance like that. Even though it's going to hit your bank account on paper, I always tell you like, yo, this going to take a couple days to this wire transfer is going to take a couple days to settle in, or your money is pending, right? When you have a pending deposit, that's what that means. That money hasn't came yet. And not only your money, when you're dealing with substitutional banks and institutions like these people, they all put you in a group. They're like, well, we got a few thousands coming here, so you're gonna have to wait till that money come here on this day, and then we disperse it to all of the people who need a couple of dollars. I think they could do that then and there, but the rest you just gotta wait. And for the people who can't wait, they're using cryptos. They're now buying properties with cryptos. They're using this digital asset as a asset now. They're tokenizing so many things that you can have access to them through digital currency. Let me show you this really quick. Um, so currency, which I haven't got it because it cost. At the time it was like 20 some bucks. That was what I do have is the Peppy coins though right now because they're cheap and I could afford them and I could get a whole bunch, so I could wait till it grow. And the way that I do mine is like this for the long term, right? We not in the profits that much because it's only up like 2%. But that 2%, like I got 11,208, and at 16 cents, because I bought at 498, and then you can see the price up, well, 499 now to 500. It just went up too. And this change is like this my equity. This how much I got in right now. And this just keep going up and rolling down depending on uh how high the price goes. Like I bought in and you can see the current price like 499. But the thing is, like, this is what I was checking on. Like, go back 3 months, and then what happened? Like when the government shut down too, right? Like this got a lot of potential. Like, look how high it goes. Wait, that's 700, and they ain't even really officially launched yet. So yeah, like around May, they hit up back to 1,300. That's not a lot, right? But imagine it going up. So it go up 2%. It's going up 11 million times at that 2%. If it go up 7 cent, then it went up 11 million times. Let me show you something. Like with my investing, right? My retirement, and this is the long run. This is a strategy, one strategy, right? To make your money. And I'm gonna show you what's going on. Hold up, right? Okay. So this what I got going on. This what I'm doing, and this how you can do as well. What you would do is you'll get that free $5 first. Take that by signing up on the link below, and then Let your account settle in. If you don't feel comfortable putting your information in, you just don't do it. If you do, then take my advice, and you will have the same situation I got. But anyway, right? Sign up, you get that $5, and then once that's settled, you either keep it or sell it. Depending on what you pick and how it's doing, I might keep it and just either put some more money in or just let that sit. But if I was you, I would let that settle and keep an eye on whatever it was that you picked, because you might want to buy back in depending on where it's at or what it's at. And once you sell that, what you would do is spend that five before it gets too late, and you'll want to buy some stocks. Which you already just had stocks, right? So you're like, why would I buy stocks again? You want to buy stocks that pay dividends, meaning that no matter if it's going up or down, they're still paying you a percentage of shares that you have, right? So like this company right here, they pay monthly, and they're pretty cheap, right? Like you got $5, you could get 10 shares if it's still at 50 cents. But like you don't want to wait till the price is too, you can't get too many. But anyway, it's like this, right? I just spent like $6 and got like 13 of them. Probably a little bit more than six when it was a little cheaper, and I got 13. So by the end of the year, I'll be in make this money back. And then next year, I'll just spend it all back on this, and then I'll be making four times the amount. And I said at the time, let me show you why, right? I'm probably like, yeah, I'm talking, yeah. But this pays a high dividend. This is just like a savings account, right? You can pay dividends at 8.16%. It was at 5%. It's steady going up. And then look at their all-time high. Their 52-week high was at $6. So they at their lowest right now. Their 52-week low is at 43 cents time low. 52-week low mean is this. It's 52 weeks in a year. Like I told y'all, my year-long goal for YouTube to get monetized, if it take that long, whatever, right? I have 1 year of analytics. I have 1 year of data. I can trace what happened throughout the year, right? This is what companies do. That's why they do Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Every quarter of the year, it's just going into that 1 year progress. So at the end of the year, they know, okay, we made $6, and the lowest that we did that year was 43 cents. The year is just now starting for this company again. Well, not for the company, but for you all, for us. I celebrate New Year's on January 1st. I don't care about what calendars they had back then. I've been doing it and we keep doing it, right? I'm getting to talk about no April. It is what it is. Of course, it makes sense. Like it looks new outside, all this and that, but whatever. I'm not starting my new year in the middle of the year. But conspiracy theories or whatnot, people like, oh, the Gregorian calendar, all this other weird shit. Who gives a fuck? As far as this business here in America, we go from January to next January. So what they mean by the 52 weeks is from now until now. And right now, as you can see, they not far from their 52-week low. So they got plenty of time to grow. And if you got 13 shares, that's 13. I mean, that's $6 13 times on top of what you get paid each month. So that's a strategy, right? It makes sense. You're not going to be missing those low $6 that's sitting in your investment account that's working. And this is what it takes for this money to work. Now, if you put more in, it'll work a little faster and you could take a little bit more out. But if when you're at the bottom of the barrel, you don't want to spend that much or you don't have much. You use what you got and you put that shit to work and you leave it alone. Like last year, right? The same stuff was going on. It's a story and repeat. Like Crimson and Clover all over again. $3 off this crypto that I got now. The Lil Peppies. Like I was just showing y'all. I bought in the same like I did now at 4. I was a little lower, like 470 ish, but the price was dipping, and 06 was the lowest it got, like 600, 670. But all of this stuff on, like what happened last year, they was like, oh, the government finna get October, what they call it. Uh, and I'll just show you, you could look at like last month, we up a couple bucks because we did that. And that's coming into the year, like I was just showing y'all. These is the all-time crypto, which was this crypto what I just made a couple off of, and I took a couple off. When you take money out, air money don't count. Just like if I didn't ever take any profits off, there's no profit realized because the profit went all back down. And you can take profits whenever you want to. Like if it go up tonight $20, and I want to take 10, that's counted as profit. Until you take profit, it don't count as profit. So let that be known. So even with that, you don't want to take profit and don't make that profit again to something else. Or if you want to just whatever, right? That's what I was doing. I was. But let's go back 3 months. But let's just go back 1 month because it was just December when this happened, which is the Peppy, right? So the proof is right. 29th, it was like 406. Actually, it got low. It got real low, really bad. But I don't know because let me see something. 1 month. This data is probably a little wrong. Maybe, maybe. But basically, I came up off this early this year. I don't remember it getting that low. But I came up again with this, though, with the Peppies. Maybe I wasn't checking it because I sync with my ship, right? Just like now, you'll look at my account, this shit in the red. We down $1.23. But we still in profits, though. This because I just took $1 of profit off. And then it went below, my full-time profits. Which I'm not really, and I'll tell you what I did in a bit. So I didn't follow. I started drifting, right? And it can happen to anybody, anytime. You drift. You don't pay attention to what you're supposed to pay attention to. You don't move with purpose. You don't do what you're supposed to do. Procrastinate. So this is what happened. I got money on pay. I got money on a lot of different shit, but I like this one the most because this is where I be. It moves the most, and I quite often on there because how much it be moving. Whether it's in profits or whether it's new investments. Like they always letting me know when new companies drop. And today a new cryptocurrency just dropped, which was called Hype. What was no, it's called Sky. It was something I don't know. I don't remember to be honest, but I know some new cryptos just dropped, and I'm always in the know with this new situations. If you want to be hopping on different investment opportunities, it's what it's about anyway, right? I money off my PayPal because I got some PUSD, which is some PayPal US dollars, right? And it's a stable coin. I'll tell you about stable coins as well. There's are like 1-to-1 where whatever you buy, that's how much it's worth. It's not like the other cryptocurrencies where you could buy a fraction and it's different, right? So anyway, and I'm getting paid this back to what I was saying earlier as far as staking. They was paying me every month. Let me show y'all. They paying me. I grabbed, I sold it for whatever reason, and then they paid me like dividends, which wasn't a whole lot, but they paid me in PUSD and cryptos. And then I was like, well, damn, if I would have just kept that money and I would have got paid way more than what I did. Because, like this, right? Like if you don't take it all out off of the partial that you got, so that's why they paid me a little off a little because I had a partial. instead of the whole dollar. Anyway, I tell you what I was finna buy because it been going up, and sometimes you just gotta spend a little bit more money, but it is what it is, right? So, let me go to my investing. Is this right here, right? Now I bought this at $1.80 and I 0.15 or something like this. I could have a full 3 shares. So look how they've been coming up today. And this was my move last night where I fucked up at because I supposed to be making this extra money with this. But you could be making more if I didn't do what I did. And I bought in at 190 because I had bought in again. It was like 188 or something like that. 188 or something like that. Which it don't matter. It's still in that though. And it's only going up. And they reached their all-time high today. So and this is another one I was talking about too, like with the government shut going on and with all the stuff that they doing. This is an energy thing where they deal with steel, they deal with cement and all that type of good stuff, right? They out there in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil, and they dividends is 5.69, which is about 7 cents per stock. So it'll be like 14 cents this month, 14.5 if they pay the partial because I got 2.97 and I was supposed to spend that dollar. Like, let me get back to it, right? So what I was supposed to do, what I was doing, I took the money off the PayPal, which was $1, and I sent it over here. And I was going to put that money on here so I could just have a full 3 shares. That's what I was supposed to do last night, but I fucked up and I let the distractions take me off my goal. And it fucked up my money because I ended up betting there, which I can't show y'all on here because they don't show it on the PC, but they show it on the phone. And the article I shared on Facebook was off of the phone app for the same thing. And what they show you is maybe they'll show you, maybe not. I highly doubt it. I've been trying this and not successful yet because they don't show it on here. And I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, they don't show it on here, but it's a thing called features or futures. Basically, the future. Like, what do you think is going to happen with this? Right? You could bet, and I bet that Bitcoin reached $89,250 by 5 o'clock. No, by 11 o'clock last night, and they didn't. So I was like, damn, I just wasted $1. I bet $1 to make 45. Be hitting them like that though. Like, you'd be surprised how much I be making off them odd ass bets. But that wasn't nothing I was supposed to be doing. And then I got another bet for today or tonight or whatever. It'll show like here to be like, I think I can show you on my phone. I got my phone sitting right here charging. It's charging slow. I'm gonna just make a short and then put it on there and show y'all exactly what it looked like and everything so you can see it. Like, even on my story, let me just on my it might be on there still. I'm finna check it out real quick just to see if it is. If not, then I'll do what I said I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna make a little short video and show you exactly what it looked like, that feature, because it's not gonna show on the web. But yeah, you can make money on this app all type of ways. Like, you ain't gotta do stocks, you ain't gotta do crypto, fucking bet. I mean, to it don't make sense to gamble your money away when your money could be working for you, especially if it ain't for sure that. Nothing's for sure, but that's gonna be a good investment. Like, I invest in some of these when I know, like, yeah, that might. And the world to me is a entertainment system. Like everybody always performing, even with, like, if I look at it like this, like, what would be good entertainment, despite these niggas. Forgive me for that. I talk like this on a regular. But despite their gifts, some of them they lucky or whatever. But despite all that, like, what would be a good show? What would make headlines for the night? Like, would it be billing bring on watching? Like, that's how I look at it. And then I keep an eye on what's been going on, stuff like that, right? It ain't gonna show. I wish it did. This is what I was just showing y'all. I'm strolling through my Facebook page trying to find my little thing. But if I do like this, nah, they ain't gonna do it. Cool though. It's all well. I really wanted to show that. I wanted to show y'all the features. So how you could make the bets, and this is where how you could start on online business that'll be like this. Plug in, done for you, digital program, like how you like it, the information about yourself for the people. What's your dreams, aspirations, and goals? I'm gonna have to make a video and share it with y'all because I can't really prove a point or get that point across without the visuals, and they're not available. But I digress. The best thing to do is just have your feet in the game, be in position for when it's like $11 today. And I could have bought like a couple mil on cryptos or whatever, or I could have bought more in in my investment account and let that money build up over the year. Like, that's the goal eventually, right? I want my savings account to grow and keep growing without me physically doing anything to put money into it. So, I mean, that's that. Like, I got two of those. I ain't show you the other one. One in my savings and one in my investment account. Both of them got 13 in each. And then on my investment, the one over in Brazil that I was showing y'all, that was like $2 and some change now. But just because it's $2, I would still buy one if I was y'all because I'd rather have $2 making money than none, right? And especially if it's making money every month of the year and it's going up in value because of what's going on in the world. Like, people are always using steel, metals. Like, this is something that people use yearly, just like the food industry. I was thinking that pay, and I got a good list for y'all too. They get paid off dividends that are food companies. I have a list, but mines are strictly about materials. People use materials and get paid dividends off those companies that I invest in. And what was that? Did I take it off? Hold on, real quick. That's the wrong one. And TSC, which is Philadelphia. Trinesso, and they deal with materials as well, plastics. The other ones are metals. So these are two companies. This one is in Pennsylvania, Fort Wayne, Pennsylvania. Frank A. Bostic is the co-founder. It was founded in 1915. My bad. I thought I was sharing my screen. But this is the one, right? And he paid high dividends, 8.16. This is the one that paid deals with plastics. This is a material company that I invest in. That was the cheap one, like 48 cents. 46 cents would have been a good price. We've been up some more change. But this the one that I got 13 shares, and we up 45 cents, 44 cents that you'll get for signing up for free. It says 50 cents now. You could get 8 of them and have some extra change left. That extra change left, you could buy some cryptos. Buy the ones that's under $1. Buy the ones that's under a penny. Like, there's a few pudgy penny ones. They're under a penny. They're almost at 1 cent. So if you buy 20 of these, like 40 cents, I mean 40. Wait, how much would you have left? You might have like 20 or some cent left. I don't know. If you spend the whole $5, or if you buy like at least eight, and then you save a couple of dollars to buy these, so when they reach by the penny, you'll have at least like 200 or 40. I mean, like 20 to 40, right? It's 20 cents to get you 40. $100 to get you. My math off for some reason. 100. $1 will get you 100. I mean, I said 1,000. 10 to get you 1,000. Man, I'm sleepy. I must be because my numbers ain't adding up. But basically, right, if they a penny, they finna be a penny real soon. Because look, it just went from 9.88 to 9.91, and they up 2.22%. This one up a lot. This one at 13 cents. They went up 9 point. Because if you put a couple dollars in here, then you would have been made profit. Wait, you want to buy one that moves like this, like the one that I rock with. It moved like this for a while, but like I told y'all, this is one that I know because I've been profiting off of it, and I keep an eye on the news as far as the finance news, what affects my money, and how to make money off of what they, because they're making money off the same. Now, Plaza 25% today. Like I told y'all, it went from $22 to 33. That's a $12 cent. $12 cent. That's a $12 gain. Like this one moved today, 24.87%. So if you want to make money in a day, then you want to go one that's making moves like this at 24%. Now at 9%, they probably went up like it's at 13%. Let's see real quick. Let's see last week. So yeah, 11, 12 cents. But today, if you would have been no January 25th, it just held on for 2 days, you would have came up $1 or like $5. It'll get you like about 400. I did like, but mine's moving millions. If you're moving by the millions, you make more by the smaller change. Like these are small numbers, be small change, but it's big profit. That's how I was able to make 20 off this because it's moving 11 million times. Then I'll just show y'all too. Like right now, I just and look how much it went down. Uh, it's only down 2 cents, like 4.98. It's at 4.96, which is down there $1.50. So it go back even. I'm even, and it go up 1, 2. I'm up $2. And then if it go up all of these, like every two of these is $2. This 10, 20. I mean, like this would be $20. This would be like, and this would be like in the hundreds, and so far for so far. So once it get to like $1, I have $11 million. As you can see, these go up into the tens, the twenties, the thousands, the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? And you want your shit to move like that. It might go overnight, it might go over a year or two, who knows, whatever. But you just want to be in position for when it does. Just like the people that had the Bitcoins, they had the millions. Like you think people now buying, like they after a while, they already came in the game with a couple hundred million. They at least had like 30 million, 80 million. Like they had a few millions. BlackRock, they still buying by the millions. But they got billions of dollars, trillions of dollars. So it really is like a penny off a dollar, you know what I'm saying, to them. But for the people like me, shit, This how I get it like that. And you see, like shit, this is what it do. That's I mean, not the crypto, but the retirement. It's another little six, and then this working itself. Like you don't have to do anything every month. That's let's see, 5 times 13. Yeah, I ain't click on it. So that's how you get it with this one times 13. Even 5 times 8, that's 40 cents. Depending on how much it is, and then come up a little bit more throughout the year. But this like for the end of the year type shit, you know. You put this money in, you watch it double up. Because it take a while. You're building little by little at a time. But they do have, I think I'll show y'all too, the ones that you can invest in for the food. Me, I'm dealing with materials. They over there digging up shit in Venezuela. They always gonna be digging up some shit. That's what they do. So why not, be a part of the materials? Because and then my list to the side over here to the right, dividend, compound, growth list. I ain't mean to click that, but this new list to invest in, like they tell me every day, shit was not getting notification on my phone about shit like this. Like everything else, I don't hear from y'all care about that shit, but this shit all day long, notifications about how this money moves. So like, let me try to pull these up. These cryptos to buy some. These ETFs that's up to like a month ago. Newly listed cryptos, like these the new cryptos I was talking about. These IPOs, initial public offering. These finna go public, meaning they're not public companies that's they're not companies that's publicly sharing their stuff right now, right? Like this one finna launch pretty soon, and then these ones just launched. Like this one launched this month, and look, they up 33%. They up $8. Now they at 32. They just launched on the 23rd of this month. I tried to buy one of these, but they didn't accept my offer. Those for like $20, and then this one as well. They didn't accept it, but they've been losing money. I'm kind of glad about that. But they not paying dividends either, so it's like fuck it, right? My money ain't really working. It ain't doing shit, so why even care? But shit, this just to let you know, like I got access to get these company now. They gonna drop probably on the 30th this month or in 2 days. This one dropping to 29th. So that next launch tomorrow. So like you get access to stuff like this, like everybody, the regular people don't get access to stuff like this. You be ahead of the game investing just because they telling you first, and you fuck. Oh yeah, my list got a lot of lists. Like shit, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't tell me shit. I be looking through these lists and checking it out. It's up to me. Just like with Bitcoin, like the motherfuckers ain't tell me about no Bitcoin. I ain't hear about that shit till it's up. I can't afford no $10,000 a coin at the time. And why buy one coin? I need that 10,000 now. I can't wait no 4, 5 new. You know what I'm saying? Earlier, like I would have did it. I would have bought $10,000 worth and have like a few 100 million of them right now and be sitting up like a motherfucker though. So these are the ones that pay dividends. Compound growth. I got another one too, but I don't feel like here you go right here. Where they rename my shit. Oh yeah, here you go. Cheap entry dividends. Entry dividends. That was one right there. I'm gonna go back. Sometimes they put lists together, and sometimes it be yo shit. But it don't matter because ideas on how to grow well. This one like $20. That's Arts Capital. This one, I tried to get this one too. They didn't accept my offer. This one in Hong Kong, I believe. The ones overseas be paying that money. Yeah, this one in Hong Kong. I be familiar with these. Southside International. They're $1.13. So that's cool. Like they cheap. And they paid that $380. So that's pretty low. You want to get the yeah, like this one. I got that one already. Well, that's all for this list. Let me see what list they put together for me. Because they be having more in the list. They know what they got. They know where to go get them. And a lot of these like $2. But this the cheapest one they got. It kept kind of high. Excuse me.